Hello, this is Dr. Alan Yim. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to write an Italian, a German, or a French sixth chord. So in the last video, I demonstrated really the crux of this chord, which is the sharp 4, and here I show it in C minor over here on the far right, the sharp 4 and the flat 6. These two parts of the augmented sixth chord move out to the 5th degree of the scale. So you could start by thinking of this chord in that manner, and I think that's the easiest way to construct it. Now, starting with that part, we're going to add 1 or 2 other scale degrees to make the Italian, German, and French. So you could think of this as adding maybe a little bit of flavoring to your mix. Okay, so when you're making your augmented sixth chord, you want to add some flavoring in, and here's the flavoring that you add. For the Italian plus 6, the augmented 6, you're going to add the tonic note. For the German, you are also going to add the tonic, and for the French, you are going to add the tonic. So what's the difference between these three? The German, in addition to the tonic, you're going to add a flat 3. Now if you're in minor, you don't have to flat it. It's already flatted, but if you're in major, of course you have to flat it. And French, in major or minor, you're going to add the 2nd degree of the scale, Re. Alright, I will do this right now. I'll just choose a key at random. Let's do one with 1 accidental so we don't have to run out of space over here on the right. So I will begin with the Italian 6. So here's how I would think of it. Put the flat 6th in the bass. So in G, 6 is E. We're going to flat it, E flat. I'm going to put it really, well, it doesn't matter. I could put it here. I was going to put it down an octave. There. The sharp 4 can be anywhere in the upper 3 voices. It sounds really nice, I think, if it's in the soprano, but it doesn't have to be there. So just for this purposes of demonstration, I'll put it in the soprano for the first chord. So 4 in G, of course, is C, and I have to sharp it. I have to raise it. Now, it's not always going to be a sharp. Make sure you look at the key signature every time you add an accidental, because of course, if that 4 is on a flat, let's say you're in the key of B flat, then you would have to add a natural, not a sharp. So here we go. I have the sharp and a flat. Now I will put the other scale degrees in. So for the Italian, I am going to add a G. Of course, it can be like this. Notice this is probably not the best doubling because now I have an octave in the middle of a chord, but that's what it's going to look like for now. Let's do the German. For the German, I'll keep it the same here. Maybe I will stick the sharp 4 somewhere else. So if I do that, maybe in the alto, and I will add the tonic. Let's see. Well, let's just put it here. How about there? And then flat 3. Of course, that's going to be a B flat. And I'll put it here. Okay, so there's the German. And now let's do the French. Just enough room to make the French 6th. Okay, flat. Maybe I'll keep this here, so that way you can compare the German and the French. The French, when I play it, you'll hear has this dissonance in it. So the dissonance comes from the clash between the G and the A. So depending on how dissonant you want it, you can voice the chord in different ways to emphasize or de-emphasize that major 2nd in the French 6. Okay, here's the chord. Now we're in the key of G. Here's the flat 6 and the sharp 4, and it would resolve out. And then, so here's the first one, the Italian, adding in the G's. Okay, so I can go. Okay, or Or here's the German. It's going to sound very similar. Okay, now notice I shouldn't have said that because it's not going to sound similar because I revoiced it with the sharp 4 in the middle. So you notice when I do this, with the sharp 4 in the middle of the chord, it's not going to be as, I don't know, not as, you don't hear those half steps as clearly. Okay, and then the French. And here's that's the second in the French. Okay, so I'm basically resolving it to D major, the 5 chord. And that's it for this video. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to add the chord symbols for these sonorities, the Italian, the German, and the French 6. Thanks for watching.